Hey, we are live. Okay, so on the last video, let's see what we were trying to do. Yeah, screen dot check. So I wrote the code for yeah, and drawing the pixel, right? And now we need to create the function for drawing the line. Graphics, draw pixel, and draw line. Alright, so for drawing line, yeah, right. So line can go in many different directions, right? It can be either vertical or horizontal, or it can go in this direction, or this, or this, or this. So you need to keep that in mind while creating the algorithm. Well, not exactly creating the algorithm, because we are already given the algorithm to draw a line that goes northeast, right? Sequence of draw pixel operation. In each stage we have to decide if we have to go right or up. You know what would be an efficient solution? In the draw pixel, we are just totaling one. Nah. See, if we want to draw a horizontal or vertical line, instead of just setting one pixel per draw pixel call, we can just, so what we are doing here is just creating a drawing a single pixel. So for that we have to select a particular bit out of 16 bits, but to optimize it we can toggle all the 16 bits for horizontal and vertical lines, right? I mean, not for vertical, but at least for horizontal, because vertical lines will be, all the pixels will be in the different RAM registers. But yeah, it's not worth it right now. So just do it using the naive approach. How can we make these decisions fast? If we have to go right or up, yeah. There is more work to do. Draw pixel x plus a y plus b. X and y is the starting point, right? So, and a is 0, b 0. So initially we'll draw the first pixel at x and y. After that we have to decide if we want to go right or up. So if we want to go to right, we increment a. So yeah, right a, up b, yeah, get it. We have to do this until we reach the final point, landing point, right? Okay, dx and dy. Okay, so now we need a way to decide if we want how to go to right, whether to go to right or up. Shit. The audio must be really bad right now because there is some construction work happening in the neighbor. What's this? B by A, B divided by A, dy by dx. This is angle, right? Alright, so I was saying d divided by A is greater than dy by dx. Wait, what? Oh, this is greater than this angle, then we go right, and if it is less, then we go up. But how to b divided by A. To v by v. So okay, so for every for drawing each and every pixel, we have to do division comparison. So that's it is time consuming operation. So has same value as this. Yeah, of course, a into dy, b into dx. Yeah, so let difference is equal to a into dy minus b into dx. Oh, what kind of sorcery is this? Difference is equal to difference plus dy. So in this case, we eliminated all the division and multiplication operations. This is a great solution. Let's code it up. So we need where int a, b, and def. Right. Wait, we need dx and dy as well. Right. Yeah, dx and dy. Now let's get the value of a and b. So initially a will be 0 and b will be 0 as well. And difference will be 0 as well. And dy and dx. Okay, so we need to calculate dx and dy. How do we do that? Dx and dy is x plus difference between these 2 points, difference between this x and difference between y. So let dx is equal to x2 minus x1 and dy is equal to y2 minus y1, right? And now let's create the while loop. The condition in the while loop will be check if a is less than or equal to, but we don't have less than or equal to, so we check for a greater than dx and we negate it. And okay, this is an AND operation. B greater than D1, right? Hey Joe Pros, welcome to the stream. Thanks for the follow. Okay, while we call it, to call it like this, do screen draw pixel plus a, y plus b. Oh, okay. X plus, okay. Wait, we don't have x. Yeah, we have x1. x1 plus a and y1 plus b. If difference is less than 0, in this case let a equal to a plus 1 and difference is equal to difference plus dy. That was easy. Else instead of a will increment b, right? And difference is equal to difference minus dx. That's it. That was easy. So let's try to wait, why is this? I hate it. I hate when this happens. Swap window dash s0 dash d1. Good. I feel like my touch typing skills, I lost my touch typing. I don't know why. It's like I just can't type. What has happened to my fingers? Screen dash Memory.jack. Yeah, so let's get rid of this. It will draw a line from 020 to baseline. Okay, let's see if it draws or not. This is not a fucking game. It is restrained. Why is everything dim? Crazy. This is a freaking bass. Yeah, ZSS. Okay, now I need to open the VM emulator. which should be inside Nand2Tetris tools. Yeah, okay, before I do that, I need to recompile the program. Memory.jack compiler, and we pass screen test. Okay, let's see if it runs or not. Whoops, we did create lines. Oh, wait a minute. So this algorithm is just for this kind of line. You have to create algorithm to draw different kinds of line. Not that easy. Not that easy for sure. Wait, if we created the algorithm for this kind of line only, then how can I draw this kinds of line? That's weird. Weird. Okay, let's forget about that and see what we need to do to draw different lines. Like this algorithm only draws a line which goes northeast, right? All we have is 2 points, x1 y1 and x2 y2. So based on that we need to figure out whether the line is going where the line is going out of 4 plus 4, 8 directions. All right. Okay, so I need to figure out how to draw lines in different directions. So I know now how to draw a line in northeast, but what about northwest? See, for northwest, the line should go either in the right or in the bottom direction, right? So the x point will have x and y point will be here, x1, x2 and y2 will be here. Wait, I mean in this case x is going to increase but y should decrease, isn't it? I mean this x1 will be less than x2 but y1 will be greater than y2 because the point is here and it goes up to here. So if I add it like this, does it work? Hey Calvega, thanks for the follow. in this direction y decreases, right? So dy, so that's why I'm getting this kind of line. Instead of drawing lines this way, I'm drawing it this way. This is the reason, I guess. Let me compare these lines with the project. Should be here. Okay. Okay, I think this line is correct. But yeah, these two lines are from sun, and apparently we are only able to draw lines which goes in the north, southeast direction, because this logic is not correct, I guess. No. This algorithm is supposed to work for lines going in the northeast direction, but it doesn't work. Why? What's the issue here? Alright, am I live again now? 14. Wait, what? Okay, I think I'm live. Alright then, let's continue where we left off in the last stream until the electricity cut off. So yeah, let's continue. So what I did was I changed b is equal to b minus 1. So, and did I compile? Yeah, I did. So let's try to run this now. And let's see what happens. Ooh, that is one messed up house. That definitely did not work. Because it got out of the screen range mostly. That must be the case. See, using this algorithm, according to the slides, it should be able to draw a northeast line. But apparently, right, no, not this one. Apparently it's just drawing the lines which are going either downward straight or in the northwest direction. So why? I need to analyze this algorithm somewhat. See, in any case, what we are given is x and y, and x1 y1 and x2 y2, right? 2 points between which we need to draw a line. Now let's try to think about let's ignore the straight lines. Let's only try to think about the slant lines. So supposedly this algorithm should be working for northeast line, but it is seem to be working for north southeast lines. Why is that the case here? So this loop will run up to until a is less than or equal to dx and b is less than or equal to dy, right? So until we'll reach at this final point. But the thing is, let's see, in this line the x is increasing, but yeah, x is increasing as well as y is increasing, right? So that's why this algorithm seems to be working. Wait a minute. If difference is less, let's try to break it down. Let's first think about this condition. Does it work for all the lines? Let's see. A is what we are increasing, right? I think this works. This algorithm only works, this condition, only when A is, either when both x and y are either increasing or stays the same. In only that case this condition is correct. But in other cases, when either x and y decreases or increases, this condition doesn't work. So let's see, what should we do so that this condition works for all the lines? In that case, b should be negative, right? It should be decreasing. But then this condition will fall apart. How do we calculate the difference in that case? Now wait, see, suppose y2 is less than y1. In that case, dy will be negative, right? Yeah. So this condition won't work in that case. Hey Alpha Q Mom, welcome to the stream. I'm doing this course, Nand2Tetris, and as a part of this course, we have to create an operating system. It's not a fancy operating system, but just the libraries like memory module and output modules. So right now I'm creating a screen module which prints, uh, creating functions which can either draw a pixel, draw a line, a circle, and so on, and rectangle. So I'm writing the code for that, and I'm trying to figure out how to draw, slant lines like this one. And the language I'm coding in is called Jack, which is somewhat similar to Java. No, I mean, see, all of this is part of this course, and even the language that I'm using, this Jack language, is part of this course. So I created the compiler. We had to design this compiler for this language by ourselves. So everything has been coded from scratch, even right from Nand gates. So right, nine Boolean logic and everything from first principle. So everything that I'm using here has been built from first principles. So even the compiler that I wrote, the only thing that I used that was outside of this course was Python language to create the compiler, or else everything is part of this course. Like the language that I designed the chips in, like this chips, was also part of this course, HDL. It is somewhat similar to Prolog language, if you know about hardware design. Yeah, this course is cool. And I did all of this stuff, all the projects, sequential logic, machine language, and I'm at the final project now. Are you a blockchain developer or something, or a Bitcoin investor? Okay, so I was saying, oh no, okay, because I saw your display picture and it has, this anime with laser eyes. On Twitter, most of the people who are in this uh, crypto community, crypto investor, and all those people, they keep display pictures like this one, with laser eyes. So that's why I asked. Y2 is less than y1, then dy will be negative. In that case, this condition will become false, so it won't even get inside this loop, and it won't be able to draw any pixel. So let's see. Should I get the absolute value of dy? Then in this case that might just work. Let's try to do that. Math dot absolute. Let's see what happens in this case. Hey, good morning, Magic Caros. How are you? Oops. Wow. What happened? Let me try to run it again. Oh, you're getting somewhat scrambled lines. Okay, if we compare this with this, we are getting somewhat half line. These two lines, we were getting these two lines previously, and this line doesn't seem all right, and this one as well. Actually, we are not getting this line, so most probably this condition won't work. How can I draw the slant lines? What if I get the absolute values of A and B as well? Wait up, this is incorrect because even though I'm checking for this absolute value, I'm always adding increasing x1 and y1, so it will only work for cases where x and y are both increases, like this one where x also increases and y also increases. But if we want a line like this where x does increase but y seems to be decreasing, right? So it won't work unless this a in itself is negative, right? What the hell? How can I get a negative a and b? So let's check the test file. In this case where x is increasing and but y is decreasing, which will be this part of the roof, in that case what should happen? This is y1 and this is y2. In that case y1 is greater than y2, so this will be negative, but now that we are getting absolute value, it will go inside this loop. Oh, so this line must be the result of, that roof part. So what should we do now? We have a and b, and we also have dx and dy. What's the difference between a and b and dx and dy? Dx and dy is this length, right? And a and b will be the value which will be adding to this point to get this particular indexes, vertices, not indexes. Now what should we do? If the line, wait, in this case where y2 is negative, so dy is y2 minus y2 is plus, dy will be negative, right? Yeah. So in this case we should be decreasing b. Can be 2. Let me try to do something like this where we check if dx is less than 0. That means if it is negative, in this case, instead of adding a, subtract a. Else subtract b. But what if both of them are negative? Okay, so we need different conditions. Wait, in this language we don't have else if loop, right? Only if and else. So we need to write if and else many times. Dx is less than 0 and dy is greater than 0. In this case, it should print this. Else means what? If dx is greater than 0. Nah, we can't have an else in this case. So we should have if. Oops. This means we will have to write different if loops. If dx is greater than 0 and dy is less than 0, then yeah, this is good. Now if dx is also less than 0 and dy is also less than 0, then subtract a and b in both these cases. If dx is greater than 0 and dy, oops, in this case do addition. Alright, let's see what happens in this case. Oh, oh come on. Ooh. Nothing really changed. We lost 2 lines, in fact. So this doesn't seem right. This is a flawed algorithm, I think. Difference is equal to difference minus dx. What's that? See, what are the possibilities? Let me write in comment. Okay, let's write the comment here. The possibilities are x1 less than x2 and y1 less than y2. In this case, both of them are increasing, so the line is like this, going to southeast. In second case, x1 is greater than x2 and y1 remains less than y2. So x1 in this case, wait, no, for this case where x is increasing and y is increasing, yeah, so this. But if x is decreasing and y is increasing, so the line is like this. It is going in a opposite direction like this. Okay, let me try to draw that kind of line. This will be like this, and this one will be, oops, not this, yeah. And the third case is where x1 is less than x2 and let's have x1 greater than x2 and y1 greater than y2. So in this case x1 is decreasing, x is decreasing and y is also decreasing. So here and here, yeah, so the line is like this. Wait, it is similar to this line. The only thing is the x1 and y1 point is here and y1 y2 x2 y2 point is here. But in this first case x1 and y1 point is here and x2 y2 point is here. You know, we can take advantage of this thing. See, I mean, this is like this, and in this final case okay, in this final case, which one did we miss? This one, where x and x is also increasing. Yeah, x is increasing and y is decreasing. No, it's this one. No, y is decreasing in this. Okay, I'm confused a bit. x1 and y1, x2 and y2. We need to figure out a case where the line is going this way, where x1 and y1 is here, x2 s y2 is here. So where y2 is y1 is greater than y2, but x1 is less than x2. Yeah, and in this case the line is like this. Right, we need to figure out how to draw this line. But you know, we don't need to have 4 cases. We can just combine this case and this case. We just have to swap this x1 and y1 points, right? So let me copy it here. So this, in these 2 cases, either both are increasing or both are decreasing. In this case, either one is increasing, another is decreasing, or one is decreasing, another is increasing. Maybe there is a way to, have one algorithm which covers all these cases, just one equation. But I don't know. Let's see. Why do we need A and B? See, we need A and B because A and B will be how far away from this initial point the other point should be, where we should place a pixel. Right? So if x1 is here, x1 plus A is, let's say it is here, right, where x is increasing. That is the distance. And when we are increasing either A or B, but in this case y is decreasing, right, as we move in this direction. So increasing A and B will only work if the line is both are increasing. Is there a general equation? And what is difference? Difference, we get the difference using this equation. Dy by a, b by a is greater than dy by dx. B by a is this, dy by dx is this. Dy by dx is the angle on, I think it is the slope, right? And then, oh man, this is confusing. What the fuck? I mean, how can they say that this is y plus 1? How can this be y plus 1 when y is here? This should be y minus 1. What the hell? Are they nuts? Let's just try to figure out this condition first. So we need to keep drawing the pixel until we have drawn the last pixel. So how do we know that? Right now we are keeping track of two variables. I mean 4 variables, a, b, dx, dy. Okay, dx and dy is the difference between these 2 points, right? And a and b is this. Mm. A and B is how far away from this initial point we are, right? And now this dx, dy and a and b can be negative, right? What are you making? So this project I'm doing is part of this course, Nand2Tetris, where we build a computer from first principle. So right now I'm creating, an OS, which is not a fancy OS. It has just basic modules like a screen module, memory module, which handles the memory. Hey Pixel Pet, I'm great. How are you? Yeah, so I was saying that I'm building these modules like memory module. Yeah, sure. The tutorial, it is part of this Coursera course, and you can find the PDFs and all the materials on this website. And it is totally free to audit this course. If you want, you can buy a book as well. Yeah, this course is divided into 2 parts. So this is the first part, and that's also second part, this one. So check. In the first part, we build up to this project assembler, and second part consists of working with language, high level language like this one, Jack, and building a compiler and an operating system. So and you don't have to build any hardware, like you can build all these basic things like NAND gate and AND gate and all using a language called HDL, and it can run in an emulator or a simulator like this one. It's good if you want to understand how a computer works under the hood, or you are just creating a computer right from only one thing, which is this NAND gate. It's an enlightening kind of. Hey Pixel Pet, see, I'm doing this graphics work right now. I'm trying to create a function which can draw lines. So I'm trying to figure out this algorithm, how it works. Maybe you can help me. as you already know, graphic processing and stuff. I'm kind of stuck right. xy, x plus dx, y plus dx. Okay, so I was saying that AB and dx and dy can be negative. What dx and dy is basically the difference between 2 points, the starting point of the line and the ending point of the line, right? And a and b is where exactly we have to draw a pixel. So in this case, a will be +1, b will be +1. But not really, because y should be -1 in this case, because we are drawing a line in this direction where the y is decreasing. So we start with a and b as 0 initially. Yeah, I'm drawing a line using pixels. So this is the algorithm that I'm trying to follow. Let me show you the algorithm. Am I online? Like, is the stream lagging or something? So we are given 2 points. Wait, the construction work. We are given 2 points, x1, y1 and x2, y2, right? Like this. And we have to draw a line between these 2 points. And we have to use this function that I already created, draw a pixel. So to this function, I have to pass that particular point. Like if I want to draw a pixel at this point, I have to pass this coordinate x and y, right? So I already created this. The only thing I need to do now is, based on, I just have to figure out where to draw that particular pixel. I have to iterate it. I have to start from this particular point and draw pixels accordingly until I reach at this point. And in this case, dx and dy is the difference between these 2 points, the starting point and the ending point. And a and b is for, whenever I want to draw a particular pixel, I need this a and b. It tells me where exactly to draw a pixel. So to draw a pixel at that particular point, I have to either add or subtract this a and b to x, this initial point. So let me show you an example. If I want to draw a pixel at this point, 4 and 3 will be a and b correspondingly. But if I get a difference like this, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, dx and dy will be negative as well, depending on where this second point is. The second point is somewhere, if y2 is less than y1, then this will be negative. In that case, this condition falls apart. But if I get the absolute value, then it won't. But the issue then is how to get the exact point where we need to draw a pixel. x1 minus a y1 plus b. So in this case, dy by dx will have a negative slope, right? This will have a positive slope and this can have a negative slope. Wait, is this a slope or an angle? It is an angle. Fuck, this is confusing. Alright, by the way, if you guys want to review this algorithm, here's the pseudocode. I'll be back in a minute. I gotta pee. Okay, so let's see that Brussenham, is that the name of this algorithm? I don't know. I mean, I'm just following the instruction of this course. Let me try to search it. Brussenham's flying algorithm. Yeah, it looks like this is the one that I'm using. I wouldn't have figured out the name. So, but the issue that I'm facing right now is, you know, how to get this exact points dis distance. Like I'm using dx and dy as, you know, difference between the 2 points, the starting and ending point. Now this dx and dy can either be negative or positive, right, depending on where the position of these 2 points. And the other thing is I'm using a and b variables to demo semester. Oh, yeah, I mean, I didn't know about it. Thanks for you know, telling me the name. So I'm just following the instruction of this course, Nand2Tetris, and right now I'm creating this library, screen library, where I have to create a function draw line. So I have already created this function draw pixel, which can draw pixel at particular point. Right? I just have to pass a coordinate x and y. But to draw a line, I am supposed to use this algorithm. I'm just given the pseudocode, and I mean, even though they are saying that, you know, this algorithm will work for this kind of line where the x and y point is here and x2 and y2 point is here, but you know, the issue here is they are saying that we should add 3 to y to get this point, but this point is here, right, and this second point is here. So in this case, y is decreasing, not increasing. So we should you know, subtract 3, not add 3. But instead, in this algorithm, they are adding this a and b like this. So that's why I'm confused. I mean, now that I've got the name, I can review this algorithm in depth. Plot line, yeah, this is almost similar to this. We are given x0, y0, x1, y1. Dx, yeah, calculating dx, x1 minus x0. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Now what's this? D is equal to 2 dy into, yeah, it is the difference, I think. How is it? Plot xy, so this might draw a particular pixel at that point, and if d is greater than 0, and increase y like this. Okay, but this thing is somewhat different than what I have done. What is it to? Give me a second, I've got to turn off the fan. is slope. Y slope. Wait a minute. Function of x0 1 plus y0 half. Okay, so x1 less than y, x2, y1 less than y2. We draw a line from left to right. Slope of the line is between 0 and 1. 0 is this and 1. Wait, no. Like this. Right? I don't know. This will have a slope of 0. The slope is y1 minus y2 upon dy upon dx, right? So we will have a positive slope for if y2 and x2 both are greater. So yeah, the 0 slope will be here and 1 will be here, right? I don't know. Okay, this is a naive way. What kind of sorcery is this? I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, uh, yeah, it's not exactly computer graphics, but yeah, you can call it computer graphics kind of, because it is part of this course Nand2Tetris, where we have to create an operating system, and right now I'm creating a module to draw lines using a function draw pixel. So that's why I'm trying to, I mean, the course has already provided this algorithm, but they have not generalized it. So I'm trying to figure out how to generalize this algorithm to draw all kinds of slant lines, like this one line, this line, this line, and this line, for all kinds of gradients. And I just found out that this algorithm that they have provided is this one, Brasenham's algorithm. Brasenham's algorithm. Do you know anything about this? I mean, I could use help. So I am able to, yeah. Oh, you did. Nice. So I was able to draw this kind of line and this kind. So these lines are not correct. See, this is what we should print, like this house. But yeah, after we have a circle as well, but at least I should have this kind of lines. And right now the only line that I'm getting is this one, which is correct, and this one. So lines like this, where both x and y are increasing. So gradient between 0 and 1. But for negative gradients, I don't know what to do exactly. You had computer graphics in your second year. That's good. I mean, we had it in the final year mostly. Yeah, we had it in the final year, but I didn't stick around to complete my graduation. I just dropped out after 2 years of computer engineering. Yeah, that's the reason why I dropped out. Because, I don't want to learn anything which I don't need it at that time. So what kind of development do you do now? Web development? For x from 0 to x1. Oh, nice. Front. I'm mostly interested in low level stuff like this, compilers and operating system. So I'm planning to learn, C++, and I will be building some low level stuff. But the thing is, you can't get a junior level job doing low level stuff. So I'll be doing some web development stuff as well, but mostly backend because I don't like front end that much. So I'll be mostly focusing on the backend part. It's easier to get a web development job than getting a low level job, and that too without a degree. So I have to be creative. Descriptor. Backend is difficult. Yeah, it is difficult. I mean, but that makes it more fun, I like the things in which there is a lot of logic. I don't like working with UI. I mean, I used to work as a front-end developer as well. I used to build UIs in Vue framework, but after some time I got burned out and I said I hate it, so I just left the job. And I have some experience doing backend development stuff in Node.js and MongoDB. I used to use MongoDB as a database, but now I'm planning on doing some Django work and Postgres SQL. because I have not really used SQL type database yet. Yeah, it is pretty good. Do you do backend stuff? I mean, see, most of the, if you check all the, yeah, I used it, great, that's what. I mean, I have not used it yet, so see, what I'm planning is, I created this web app 2 or 3 years ago. It's going to take a lot of time to load it up. So this app is created using MongoDB Node.js as a backend and just plain HTML and CSS. I mean, I have used I think I used Bulma framework for UI part. So I was planning on recreating this in Django framework and using Postgres SQL this time. And it has also a bot in the backend for, I created a community in Slack, and through this Slack channel we can create to-do list kind of from the Slack channel itself, and through a bot it creates a to-do list for that particular user, and it displays it on this website. So it's quite complicated, but yeah, I was planning on recreating it. Yeah, thanks. And why I choose Django is because, when I reviewed most of the job posting that I saw required you to know Django. Only few mentioned Flask and any other frameworks. I mean, yeah, I mean, once you know one, you can just switch it, but good to have some projects in your portfolio which are, highly demanded. Yeah, maybe that's the reason. And also because, it is like Django is like Angular, and Flask is like Vue, I guess. So Django offers a lot of things out of the box. That's why most of the companies use it. But Flask is pretty lightweight, and it's good for doing some. I mean, you can create complex projects in it, but it's mostly used for creating APIs which are simple. So maybe that's the reason why Django is used. Maybe it has become industry standard like React has become. Honestly, when I used to do front-end development in Vue, I liked Vue so much, and after I tried to learn React as well, but for some reason I just couldn't like React at all. I liked Vue more than React. I don't know why. Vue seems much more elegant than React. But the thing is, React has become an industry standard. So why I use one? Oh, you haven't? Yeah, try it sometime. It's a pretty neat framework. t is equal to 2 into dy minus dx. Okay, so if I place dx this side, dy by dx is equal to 1 by 2. Why are they multiplying dy by 2? Y is equal to y0. Okay, the looping condition is for x. Yeah, sure. Thanks. You too. For x from x0 to x1. Oh. But wait a minute. They are not incrementing x here. What the hell are they doing here? Oh, there are many different versions of this same algorithm, I think. And this one is totally different. Hey Chinese, welcome to the stream, man. I just talked to Asutosh yesterday. And congratulations on your new job, with Amazon. I am great, man. How are you? How's your job going? What kind of work do you do in Amazon? B divided by A is greater than dy by dx. Oh, nice. Mobile application testing. So is that like quality assurance or something? Amazon App Store. Yeah. Great, great. Yeah. I mean, testing of the mobile application which are quality assurance, yeah. And those application are submitted by other customers, like, right? I mean, those applications are not from Amazon, right? Like if I upload an app to Amazon App Store, it will come to people like you who will test my application before it goes live. Yeah, great, great. It's good, man. Even, I'm also building up my portfolio, so that I can interview with this kind of tech companies. I'll be mostly looking for a development job, mostly backend development, because I don't like front end that much. P divided by A divided. Yeah, sure. I mean, I will try at all tech companies. I might have to, I mean, if I want to get, a job in big tech, I might have to clear my DSA fundamentals first. So even though I studied it, yeah. No, I don't already have good knowledge of algorithms, but I studied it, but I still need to, relearn it. And I have not tried to implement it, so I might do that. Yeah, I'll be doing some competitive coding stuff. Yeah, right. And in college, I mean, we didn't learn it the most practical way. Like, we just read it and prepared it for the exams, right? But to learn it, to really learn it, we have to, implement all of this, like different data structures and algorithms, and we have to do the coding challenges and all of those kind of things. So only then we can learn this stuff much proper way. Yeah, I mean, you won't be able to understand because, all of this is part of this course, and I've been doing this since 4 months now. So I did all of this stuff, and finally I'm at the final project operating system. So what basically I'm doing is, trying to create a computer from the scratch. Like I created these chips, Nand gate, NOT gate, AND gate, OR gate, all of these chips using a language called HDL. I mean, I didn't create the physical chips, but I created all of these chips in a language called HDL, and it can run inside this kind of emulator. So I created these chips like mux and so on, and after that I created adders, half adder, full adders, and incrementer and ALU as well, and a memory unit like RAM register, and a program counter. And finally I put together all of this stuff, and there you have it, a working CPU. And after that I created an assembler which converts this kind of code into assembly. Yeah, sure, man. Sure, most welcome. Sure, I will see you around. Thanks for dropping by. I will probably have to change this difference condition, right? Mm, 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 mm. Let us suppose we have to create a line like this. In this case, dy and dx will be negative because dy is negative, and b by a. This b by a should be negative as well, right? Because we are decreasing y. So I think this equation still holds a value, but I'm not sure how to calculate b and a. Instead of doing this, what if I just do this? And okay, wait a minute. Okay, let me try to just create a logic for this kind of situation where the line goes like this. So in this case, x will be increasing, so dx will be positive, but dy will be negative, right? Let's not worry about other cases. We comment out this as well as this. Let's focus on these two cases where dx and dy, either dy is negative or positive and dx is always positive. Let me copy this or cut this and paste it over here. So in this case, when see, this works. If both are positive, this works just fine. But if dx is positive and dy is negative, what should happen? This condition will remain same, right? But for dy, All right. Yeah. B. Yeah, we should decrement B in this case, right? What about difference? Wait a minute. So if we decrement B, what should happen to difference? Difference goes down by dx, but in this case difference will go up by dx. Yeah, so this should be positive. Let's try to check if this works or not. Wait, what happened? In this case we are not getting any output. What happened? Holy shit, we fucked up. Where did we fuck up? It should do something at least, right? It should at least draw a single pixel. Are we getting any pixel values? Not printing anything. What? Okay, you know what? Right. Let's try to run this now. Holy shit. It went out of the screen range. Of course. I mean, it was supposed to draw only for this case where tx is greater than 0 and dy is less than 0. We convert this. Okay, so nothing happens. Why? So if nothing happens, the reason can be this condition is not being satisfied. So let's see, check if we are even getting inside this condition or not. to output dot print string in Ooh, not printing. That means we are not getting inside this loop. Why? Dx greater than 0 and dy less than 0. Yeah, it must be because of this condition. See, in all of this scenario, give me a second, guys, I'll back. All right. You know what I can do? I can always keep dx positive. Yeah. How is that possible? You can always select the first point such that x is always increasing. So in this case, x can be decreasing if I choose this point. If I no no I mean this one where x is increasing and here the x is decreasing if we move in this direction. Can I do that? I mean, let's try to review this algorithms. There's a line drawing on. Yeah, I'm back. The electricity went away. It's so shitty here. I mean, goes away very often. I can't stop myself from drinking water again and again, and I have to get up every 15 minutes. Prasanham. Well, it is an algorithm to draw a line like this. So I'm creating this function. Yeah, but the thing is, I have to get up like every 15 minutes to go to bathroom. Oh, you mean internet? Yeah, even the internet is behaving like that here. I don't know how I'm going to, stream in monsoon season. Yeah, that must be the reason. But I'm more worried about monsoon season because the streaming won't be possible at all. The algorithm will be initially presented only for octant. What the fuck is an octant? In which the segment goes down and to the right. Yeah. So like this line, which goes down like this, and its horizontal projection x1 minus x0 is longer than the vertical projection. Yeah, you mean this horizontal is longer than this projection, so this one will be longer than this. the line has a positive slope. So this kind of line has a positive slope and this kind of line has a negative slope. Yes, in this octant, octant means the segment of the graph, right? 1 2 3, I guess. For each column x between x0 and x1, x0 and x1, there is exactly one row y computed containing a pixel of the line, while each row between y0 and y1 may contain multiple rasterized pixels. Yeah, so multiple rasterized pixel means this either 3 2 1 so on, but between this there will be only one pixel. Bresenham's algorithm chooses the integer y corresponding to the pixel center. What is a pixel center? Integer coordinates. Yeah, okay. This is a pixel center that is closest to the ideal y for the same x on successive columns. Y can remain the same or increase by 1. The general equation of the line through the endpoint is given by y minus y0 upon y1 minus y0. Mm. Okay, this is a slope. X minus x0 plus y0. Fuck, this stuff is hard. Oh, perhaps the point should be chosen based upon which is closer to the line. Yeah. Okay, but according to this algorithm, x is always increasing, right? It's the y that might or might not change, but according to this, yeah, even x can change. So this algorithm is a bit different than this one, but still it is somewhat similar. Okay, this algorithm works for a positive slope, but what about negative slope? When the slope is negative, what does that mean? Y is decreasing, right? No, Y is, no, like this, Y is decreasing. Yep, I know, because in this case, difference never becomes negative. Let me try something. This is for difference. No, wait. Yeah, let's not.